Hey Trojans, happy Monday. Welcome to our virtual math class today. I know this is a little funky for so many of us. We're not able to see each other live in our Teams class today, but I do want to say thank you so much for bearing with us today. It's going to be a great day nonetheless. Now I know some of y'all are used to watching this recorded virtual class as opposed to coming to our live Teams class. So rock on, keep it up. For those of y'all that this is new for, I am sure you are going to do great. This should only be every once in a while. Today is the first day. We've had a recorded class for everybody. So without further ado, before I ramble on for too long, let's talk about our agenda for today. So I want to start with a check-in from me, just so we're clear about why we're doing this today, what we're doing, how amazing y'all are, all that great stuff. Then we'll turn it over to number 2, our welcoming ritual. We'll talk about who are you thankful for, as well as how we can let those people know. Number 3, we'll be doing a kickstart where we're multiplying big numbers. You have some awesome strategies on how to multiply big numbers, whether they're pictures and diagrams, algorithms, or whatever your previous knowledge is, whatever you learned before in 4th or 3rd grade. You have some great ideas on how to multiply big numbers. So we're going to get our brains thinking. That leads us into number 4. We're going to take some notes on a standard algorithm to multiply big numbers. Standard algorithm is just a fancy way to say the way that everybody is multiplying big numbers in the same way. Standard means everyone does it the same way. Algorithm is going to be a process. So a process that everyone does the same way. And then number 5, I'm going to let you all practice. And then number 6, we're going to have an exit ticket. Awesome. So, without further ado, let's get started on our agenda with number 1. Let me just talk for a minute to y'all. Y'all, thank you so much for being willing and up for participating in class in a very strange way. I know you're still going to get to see Mr. Barton and Miss Hayden live and in person today if you go to their live synchronous class. If not, you'll watch their videos as well. But I am actually joining a couple of other people from Goodlettsville Middle School. And we're actually trekking across the street to Goodlettsville Elementary School today. We will be helping out Goodlettsville Elementary. They are short a couple of teachers today and tomorrow. So we'll be taking care of their students, making sure, since they're in person right now, whereas we're all virtual, since they're in person, they need a teacher there with them all the time. And they're short a couple of teachers due to some things going on. So I'm going to go jump in and help them out. I know you all will understand, so thank you all so much for understanding. I will still be reachable through text, email, Schoology message. I'll be a little slower, but I will also take time on after school on Monday, on Tuesday, and over the break if y'all need anything at all. Anything else I wanted to say about that? Oh yeah, y'all are amazing. I know this came as a surprise for most of us that we weren't going to be face-to-face and live today. I found out Friday afternoon, so my last block knew. But for everyone else, y'all are amazing. Y'all are going to do great things. I am so proud of your hard work, and I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving break coming up. But I'll wrap up with that too, but I just want to start by saying I am so proud of you. One more thing that we want to do. As you know, number 6 today was our exit ticket. You're going to want to start on your exit ticket as we work through today. So I've got a piece of paper. You'll want to get one out too, and you'll want to number it 1 through 5. And I'll show you what mine looks like as I do this. So this is what mine looks like right here. Just the paper's all numbered out. Now you're probably saying, why in the world are we numbering this paper, Mr. Spencer? Well, today our exit ticket is going to come from throughout our recorded lesson. So as we're going through things, I'm going to say the answer to number 1 on your exit ticket is, and then we'll put it in right there. Then at the end of our class, when you click on the exit ticket link, you'll have your 5 answers for the exit ticket. Our exit ticket just says answer 1 gives you a blank. Answer 2 gives you a blank. So as you watch this video today, you're going to want to make sure you write down your answers. So just like this. Let's run through one. All right. Hey, everybody. Your exit ticket answer 1 is amazing. So I'm going to write that down on my paper. You should write this down on your paper as well. Just like this. That way, when it comes time to have our exit ticket at the end of class, you've already got answer number 1. That leads me to one other thing about these recorded videos. I'm not going to awkwardly just stare at the camera while you are working. So anytime that you're writing some things, if I go a little too fast for you, or during our independent practice times, just hit pause on the video and then unpause it whenever you're ready to join back to our class. Sound good? Awesome. Again, it'd just be really awkward if I was just sitting here. Then, all right, we're going to work for 5 minutes. I'm just going to stare at the camera. So we're not going to do that. Just hit pause. Just kidding. We didn't really pause it. Hit pause anytime you want. I also love that that gives us all time to work at our own pace. I know some of us might work faster than others of us, and it's completely okay. So use the pause feature. It's awesome. There'll be some times that I tell you to pause and work on things, but then there'll be other times when we're thinking about things or we're writing notes that you might just want to pause because I'm going a little too quick for you. So, without further ado, let me go back and share my screen here. There we go. My screen is now frozen. That's really awkward. So, I'm going to just awkwardly stare at y'all for a minute and restart my Elmo here. It's such a shame that it froze. Here we go. It's coming back. Just like our live synchronous classes, sometimes funky things happen. It is coming back now. So, it's going to load. Maybe. It's not loading. It didn't work. I'm going to try it again. Hopefully we'll have a camera soon. We had it for our agenda. If not, this is going to get really awkward because I'm going to have to edit some videos together. Oh, here we go. Maybe not. So, we are going to all together start with our welcoming ritual. So I guess I don't really need our screen for this, which is great. I'm glad I had some time to think about the fact that we didn't need our screen. I want you to think about who are you thankful for. Think about someone in your life, whether it's a parent, a friend at school, a teacher. I want you to think about who you are thankful for. And I want you to also think about how you can tell them that you're thankful for them. So for our welcoming ritual today, think of who you are thankful for, and then write them a note or send them a message on Schoology, on Teams, send them an email, a text. If it's a parent or a sibling, just tell them. But think of someone you're thankful for, tell them you're thankful for them, and tell them why you are thankful for them. So a sentence starter might say, hey, Dr. Demps, I am thankful for you because. Or, hey, Mr. Barton, I am so glad that I have you as a teacher because. So let's dive on in and share with people that we are thankful for them. Great news, I got my camera back working. So here we go. Step 3 was going to be multiplying big numbers for our kickstart. Here we go. I have 2 problems for you right here. Let's zoom in a little bit because I can. So take these 2 problems, solve them however you want. Don't use a calculator, I should say that. But solve them with whatever strategies you have learned before. Pause the video here, solve these 2 problems, and then unpause the video when you're ready to go. Awesome. I am so excited you found a strategy to use to multiply those big numbers. That brings us to our second answer for our exit ticket today. Answer number 2 is also going to be the answer of number 2. So let me solve that real fast here. 480 is our exit ticket answer number 2. 480 is our exit ticket answer number 2. Make sure you've got that written down. You'll want that for your exit ticket. All right. So now that we've solved our Kickstart problem, let's go back to our agenda. We've done number 1, number 2, number 3. Now it is time for number 4. Taking a few notes on the standard algorithm. And again, we just talked about how that's a process that everyone follows. So we get the same answer and we follow the same steps when we are multiplying big numbers. So let's take a look at that Kickstart problem right there to start. 25 times 12. You're going to want to write these notes down. That way you have them when you're practicing later today, when you're practicing tomorrow, and then after Thanksgiving. But let's take a look at our Kickstart problem. That was 25 times 12. That is our example problem. And I'm going to take the steps on the left side, and then on the right side, I am going to write out what our steps are. All right, so our first step is to write the problem vertically. Vertically means up and down. So right now our problem is sideways. We're going to flip it and write it vertically. What that looks like is just this. 25 times 12. And then we are also going to write the bigger number on top. So I'm going to put that over here as a star. Bigger number on top. So my next step is going to multiply the top number by the ones place. What number is in the ones place of our bottom number? Think, is it the 1 or the 2? Which one is in the ones place? Now you might have said the 1 because that is the 1, but the 2 is in the ones place and the 1 is in the tens place. So our first step is going to be to multiply the ones place. Sorry, I'm going to highlight that in a different color. The ones place by the top number, or the top number by the ones place. Now remember, we talked about when we are dividing things, we go from left to right. When we are doing order of operations and we come across problems in the same step, we go from left to right. But when we're multiplying numbers, we're going to move from right to left. So we're multiplying the bottom digit in the ones place by the top number. So I'm going to say we're multiply top number by the ones place. I messed that all up. Multiply top number by ones. So we're going to multiply 2 times 5, and that is 10. So put a 0 down below. And I put a 1 above the 2. And then we're going to multiply the 2 times the 2, which is 4, and add a 1, add the 1 that goes up on top, and that equals 5. All right. So we wrote the 5 in the tens place because this equation represents 2 times 2 plus that 10, which equals a total of 5, which gives us 50. All right, our next step, step number 3, is to multiply the top number by the tens place. Spell and multiply right this time. Way to go, Mr. Spencer. Multiply the top number by the tens place. So now we're going to multiply the 1 that's in our tens place, right, by the 5 and the 2. So we're going to do something a little strange but it's going to make sense to us. We're going to just put a 0 in the ones place when we're multiplying by the second number. And we're doing that because this 1 represents 10. So I'm going to put that in an asterisk over here. Put a 0 in the ones place. And we put that 0 there because the 1 that we're multiplying now in the tens place represents 10. 12 is 10 plus 2. So we've already multiplied by 2, and now we're multiplying it by 10. Oh, that sounds just like if I decomposed or broke apart 12 into 10 and 2 to multiply. So now that we put the 0 in the ones place, we can multiply 1 times 5. We're going to put that 5, 1 times 5 is 5, in the tens place because the 10 represents 1 times 10. Sorry, 110 times 5, which is 5 tens or 50. Then we're going to multiply 1 times 2. 1 times 2 equals 3. And then we're going to write the 3 in the hundreds place because the equation represents 110 times 210. Oh, so sorry I messed that up. We're going to write a 2 in the hundreds place. My example was a 3. We write a 2 in the hundreds place because this equation represents 1 times 2. 110 times 2 tens, which equals 20 tens or 200. All right, so far so good. I get it. Multiply the top number by the ones place. Then we multiply the top number by the tens place. I don't think there's anything left to multiply. So what should we do next? Well, next and last is to add the two products. So that means we're going to add our 50 plus our 250. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. So we're going to regroup. Then 1 plus 2 is 3. So our answer is 300. Or 25 times 12 equals 300. Awesome. Let's take another number, and this one is going to be even bigger. But I know you're ready for it. All right. Here is our problem. 467 times 63. All right, so we're going to follow these same steps, the same 4 steps. Our first step was what? Write the problem vertically. So now I need to go write it vertically. 467 times 63. Oh, and I made sure to put the bigger number on top. Okay, so our next step was to multiply the top number by the ones place. 467 times 3. So I'm going to do 7 times 3. I put the 1 in the ones place, and I carry the 2. And then I'm going to multiply 3 times 8. 3 times 6. I'm going to multiply 3 times 6, and 3 times 6 is 18. Then I'm going to add the 2 that we carried to get 20. This is 20 tens. So I'm going to write the 0 in the tens place and regroup the 2 to the hundreds place. Okay, then I've got to multiply our 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. Then we've got to add the 2 that we regrouped. 12 plus 2 is 14. This is 14 hundreds. So our 4 lands in the hundreds place. 1 tens hundreds place. And the 1 in the thousands place. So there are no more numbers to multiply. So we write the 4 in the hundreds place and the 1 in the thousands place. Awesome. So far, so good. Step 3. We're going to multiply the top number by the tens. So we are going to multiply each of the top numbers digits by 6, but the 6 is in the tens place. So we've got to write a 0 in the ones place. And I'm going to put that little asterisk here because that asterisk goes right over there. The 0 is in the ones place because our 6 represents 6 tens, or 60. So first, once we got our 0 there, we're going to multiply 6 times 7. 6 times 7 equals 42. We're going to write the 2 in the tens place, and we're going to carry the 4. You might find it helpful to cross out the numbers we used when we were multiplying by the ones place. That way you don't get confused. I'm using a different color to keep my thinking straight, but I definitely can cross it out as well. So next we'll multiply 6 times 6, which is 36. Then we're going to add the 4 to get 40. This is 40 tens, or 4 hundreds. So we write the 0 in the hundreds place, ones, tens, hundreds, and we regroup the 4. We're going to put the 4 above the 4. Next, we're going to multiply 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. We're going to add the 4 we regroup to get 28. This is 28 thousandths. We have no more numbers to multiply, so we can write the 8 in the thousands place and the 2 in the 10 thousands place. And by golly, that's a terrible 8. There we go. That's a little bit better, 8. Awesome. All right, so now we have our two products, our ones place and our tens place. Step 4 is just to add the products, and we know how to add. All right, so 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 2 is 2, 4 plus 0 is 4, 1 plus 8 is 9, 2 by itself is 2. Then I just need to add in a comma, and we have our answer, 29,421, just by following those 4 steps on the right. Awesome. Y'all, as always, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. But I think you've got it. I think you're ready to follow our 4-step process and go. But before we do, I'm going to give you our third answer on our exit ticket. You're going to put your name where I drew this line is awesome. Third is your name is awesome. I'll fold my paper over. Number 3, make sure your exit ticket will say your name is awesome. Don't say your name, but put your name. Don't write the words your name. If your name is Sam, put Sam is awesome. If your name is Jack, say Jack is awesome. All right, awesome. Well, I think y'all are ready. I think you've proven yourself. I am so excited. Here is the time for practicing. There you go. We have 6 problems to solve. Let's slide that up, zoom that out. There we go. 6 problems to solve. It is 512 times 34, 434 times 22, 67 times 31, 98 times 24, 102 times 53, and 72 times 15. Now, if you're me, you will start in the middle here. I think those are the simplest to start with. You can absolutely start from 1 and work your way down to 6. You could start from 6 and work your way up to the top, but I would start with 3 and 4. So, are you ready for your last 2 exit ticket problems? And then I'm going to let you go and be free and work on these 6 problems. Number 4 is, answer to number 4. And number 5 is, who are you thankful for? So before you go and work on these 6 problems, exit ticket question number 4 is the answer to practice problem 4, right there, 98 times 24. And then number 5 says, who are you thankful for? Now you've got all 5 questions for the exit ticket, so you should be good to go. Go ahead and practice these problems. Pause the video here, and then come back once you got those 6 practice problems done. Awesome. Now, hopefully you're not watching this until you finish all 6 practice problems. If you haven't yet finished all 6 practice problems, really pause the video. I'm not giving you any answers here today. Okay, good. So now that you've solved all 6 practice problems, I need you to keep those 6 practice problems, oh my goodness, until after Thanksgiving. Whew! We're going to talk about those Monday after Thanksgiving. But congrats, we made it through our class today just about. I am so proud of your hard work, and thank you so much for bearing with me in this recorded video lesson as opposed to our live synchronous class or our live Teams class. You truly are awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you helping out our friends at Goodlettsville Elementary School by allowing me to go over there and take care of them while they need some help. I know they would do the same for you, and they would do the same for me. They do the same for our school. From here, fill out your exit ticket form. It is on our Monday folder. Do that. Submit your exit ticket. And then I will see you. You will have assignments on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, November 24th. I will be checking in with you. It'll be an independent asynchronous day. Nothing too crazy. I know it's the day before a break. So a little bit of practice, not much. Video from me. We'll do a flip grid. So there we go. That is it. Y'all are amazing. I am so thankful that each and every one of y'all is in my class this year. I wish we were in person, but it is just about as good having y'all virtual. I love y'all. Stay safe. And I will see you for our intro video and our agenda tomorrow. Bye, y'all.